Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back out to Game 2 of our doubleheader here at Ward 10 Complex in Tioga, Louisiana. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, and a little background music for us there. There you go. Got that out of there. Getting ready to bring you a matchup, and I don't know if the game could be much better than that Buckeye 2-0 win over West Ouachita, but Tioga and Montgomery are going to give it a whirl at doing that. We'll go through the starting lineups for you first. For the Division 4 in non-select number 2 team, they come in at 11-4, number 2 behind Logansport in this one. They'll lead off with number 13, I'm afraid you. Number 2, Briley Crayon will bat second and be in the circle tonight for the Tigers. Zoe Fitz bats third. Batting fourth, number 27, Mackenzie Myers. Batting fifth, number 17, Taylor Gong, Gongre. If you're scoring at home, Taylor Gong. Number 8, Chloe Miller. Number 32, Emily Arledge bats seventh. Number 26, Ella Bruyette bats eighth. And Ainsley Pender, number 25, bats ninth. Didn't give us positions on those, so we'll work our way through it. Starting lineup for your Tioga Lady Indians. Number 15, Abby Troquill will play shortstop and lead off. Caitlin Roberts will play left field and bat second. She wears number 2. Batting third, wearing number 12, Zoe Rowland, is at second base for the Lady Indians. Number 25, Christina Lambert, is in the circle for Tioga. Number 16, Conley Hanley, plays center field and bats fifth. And that's a cool name, C-O-N-L-E-I, Conley Hanley, playing center field for the Lady Indians. Number 11, Bailey Middleton, plays third base and bats sixth. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 6, Lauren Taylor. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 13, Kaylee Cootie. And batting ninth behind the dish, number 1, Megan Brown. So you have it for the Lady Indians, and we've seen Christina Lambert get out there and throw for a while. She has been solid. They are number 3 in the state in Division 1 Select. That's the one with the UCLA. All of the Central Louisiana schools are in that select division because Rapides Parish, of course, is open enrollment, and Tioga, with the size that they are up in Division 1 of that select. So 8-2 on the season are the Lady Indians. Getting that outfield back in line for you in left field is Robert. Center field is Hanley. Right field, Cootie. At third base, Middleton. Shortstop is Troquill. Second base, Roland. Over at first base is Lauren Taylor. And the battery for the Lady Indians behind the dish is Megan Brown. And in the circle, Christina Lambert. Here we go, ready to get things started in our final game of the afternoon. Emma Fradu will stand in there against Lambert to get things going. Lady Indians in all black with the red block letters trimmed in white. And Montgomery in their blue and gray traditionally. Left-handed Lambert throws that one in there, and it twists off foul right into the on-deck circle where Crayon is standing. And we are off and ready to go. Big thanks to the folks here at Tioga for their hospitality room that was set up down there underneath the clubhouse. Took a little check swing at it, but not going to go. Yeah, that was one of those that we saw up here, but you like the way that the home plate umpire will at least give the appeal.
Yes. It's nice to see those guys working so well together.
Lambert stands in the circle, 1 ball, 1 strike effort to Fradu, misses that, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Both of those pitchers that we saw last time really pounded the strike zone. And now, of course, the scoreboard is being operated in this one, was not in the last game. Swung through that one and missed, and a good pitch from Lambert finds Fradu evened up at 2-2. Again, Montgomery comes into this one 11-4. Big power point game for either one of those that should come out of this. You'll see Tioga and Montgomery hook back up later in the season. That one, third strike dropped and going to reach first base. So we're going to call the strikeout there, but it's going to be a dropped third strike that gets Fradu down to first. And thought perhaps there was a foul, but not going to call it kind of a check swing. It was called the strike, and it bounced around, and that drop third strike got Freydew down to first base. Briley Crayon, she is Lambert's counterpart in the circle. We saw her warming up. Throws a pretty impressive fastball that I was in there watching, so it's going to be tough sledding for both of these teams as Lambert and Crayon certainly know their way around the circle. I guess, 3 or 4 years ago, Chuck, I would still announce them as on the hill,
on the
mound,
right.
and
yes.
About got ran out of doing softball.
Yes. So much of that baseball terminology is similar, but that is definitely
that one misses inside. They were looking for Freydew perhaps to take off for second base and did not. Everybody coming in on that one thinking perhaps a bunt may be in order as well. Squaring around is Graham, but she's going to pull back looking to slash. Gets it over to third base. The play is at second, down to first, not in time. But a good job from Bailey Middleton fielding that, and she goes the short way. Zoe Rowland was over there covering, expecting that. So you're going to put Crayon on a fielder's choice, and that will retire Freydew 5-4 for the game's first out, and Zoe Fitz will come to the plate.
You know, I love that last name.
Fitz?
Yeah, because it has so much chance of
working into the story. That's
yes.
right. Yeah. Can't take the easy way. Get out of the box, Chuck. Got to get out of your zone. Oh, and stepping off, this is going to be trouble. Snap throw back to first, going to be in time. Yeah, gone at first, and just drifting off of first was Crayon way too far, and the Lady Indians executed that perfectly. You're going to score that as a caught stealing and score it 2-3 in your book for the second out. I wonder if people have their book anymore at home and are scoring.
Sadly, if they don't. It's a sad day if they don't.
It is a lost art indeed in this day of change gamers and all game changers and all of those things.
I wonder what pitch that was. I don't see it on the board. I'm going to put it as a ball until we see something differently.
Zoe Fitz stands in there, and it is 1 ball and no strikes. That one grounded back over to shortstop. Play's going to be bobbled and not in time. Well, I'm going to tell you, you do not have an opportunity to bobble a ball, and the runner will be safe there. Over at third base, that was Middleton with the bobble that time. Score that E5, allowing Fitz to reach. Tough as it was going to be a bang-bang play.
Yes.
But Mackenzie Myers will stand in ready to go to work for this Montgomery team. So 2 base runners so far, but still working on just the 4th hitter. That one in there for strike 1. Yeah, you go back to that one earlier. The Crayon had just gotten off the base in no man's land, about a third of the way off of the base, and Tioga played that perfectly as the catcher, Megan Brown, came out and really just took command of it. That one ground back up to Lambert. She's got it going to whirl to first and throw, and that will retire the side for Montgomery in the top half of the first. They have no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. After a half an inning, no score in this one. Due up for the Lady Indians, Troquill, Roberts, and Rowland when we come back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
And back to Ward 10, getting ready to get things going here. Center fielder turned pitcher Taylor Gong stands in there ready to go to work. She came in, got the last out of the inning after starting pitcher Riley Crayon lasted just 2/3, was credited with both of those runs scored. That one misses up high to Gong for ball one. We invite you to take a look at our YouTube page if you have not been there yet.
Lots of things to see on it.
Yeah, it's a history of everything that we've done, by the way. Already getting some of those spam links hidden on our page. We auto-hide those, so stick in your ear, spammers. 2 balls, no strikes. That one in there for strike one. So take that, spammers.
Spammers?
Spammers.
And we're not talking about the folks from Hawaii either. No? Okay.
2 balls, 1 strike. I don't think so, Chuck.
Good grief, Chuck.
That one right down the middle, but Zoe's going to be there at second to glove it over in time to first. And look, I'll any opportunity that you get to call somebody, I would like to do it. Megan Brown hustling down the line like a catcher should to trail that in case there is an overthrow. So as good as the play was from second to first, credit Megan Brown for hustling down the line, doing good work. Taylor Gong first out of the inning, retired 4-3, and Chloe Miller will stand in there. Lambert takes a little something off of that, pulls the string, but misses up high. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0, Lady Indians lead it. We play in the top of the second. Again, alongside of Mrs. Perkins, as he's known out here in Tioga. That one in there for the strike.
Yeah, I sub one day and you're labeled forever.
Said, I didn't know you two were married, she said.
Oh, yes, that one too. Yeah, I'll show you that little gem on the field here in the right field for the Indians.
That one, yeah, nifty piece of work done there, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was Kaylee Cootie right here in the right field. I said, oh, y'all are married? I did not know that. So, yeah, she loves the camera. Not really, but.
Well, she made it there this time.
Yeah, she can go
1
back and
ball,
watch
2
it
strikes.
later.
Ground over to third base, but foul and out of play. This is Chloe Miller. Represents the number 6 batter for this Montgomery team. That first game lasted, Chuck, what, about an hour and 5 minutes?
Hour and 20 minutes, actually.
Well, there you have it.
Yep. I just looked at the watch whenever you started talking about we'll wrap this one up.
That one to shortstop, over to first, and thrown away. And look, that's the work. Look at behind the dish was Megan Brown again, hustling down there for just such an overthrow, making sure. Now, this field, you're not going to advance on anything like that, but that would have saved a runner advancing right there by getting there. Reaching on the air is Miller, and Emily Arledge, the right fielder for Montgomery, will stand in. Looking to bunt, but swinging through that one is Miller. Yeah, you go back to that prior play, and shortstop Troquil had gotten to it pretty well, just throws it away.
Yep.
Curse the Chuck, never ending. Nothing in one, the count to Arledge. She squares around, but squaring that early, I got to believe she's pulling back. And nope, she goes back and bunts it. Foul ball. It's picked up, foul. But, I mean, playing that one in so tight was Bailey Middleton. I still don't know that she would have had enough ability to get Arledge that time, who was flying down the line.
She was definitely getting it.
Just early on. District starts to roll around next week for the boys. I think the girls are not far from it either. Chuck, are they already in it?
Did Franklin Parish, they had a district game, and that's the pitcher that Zoe Rowland actually hit. So they have had one district game already.
Filtering these tournaments in early as they can to get everybody pre-district PowerPoints and rankings and games in. That one driven over to third. Middleton's got it. She'll go to second with it, and the ball comes out. Going to be safe. So back-to-back errors for the Indians. Put runners at first and second base now for Montgomery, and Ella Bruyette, first baseman, stands in ready to go to work, and that infield will huddle up just a little bit. Ball was thrown, and it was a tough one to make, but the ball and the batter got there right about the same time on that play at second base there moments ago. But you do award the error and not the base hit. So after a ground out to second base, you've had back-to-back errors for the Lady Indians, and you're looking for Lambert to see if she can maybe roll a ground ball here or get a strikeout, and one out in the top of the second. Stands in, does Bruyette. And that one is smoked to shortstop, and that's going to be the third straight error for the Lady Indians, as that was a hard smash, but one that could have been there, and Bruyette has reached Ainsley Pender. Ainsley Pender now will stand in, ready to go to work. Trouble brewing for the Lady Indians in the top of the second, as you don't want to flip over and get to the top of the lineup at any time. But the good thing is she's making good pitches, is Lambert, and just getting that defense to settle down a bit. And she's prone to get up here and throw the strikeout at any point in time.
Yeah, once she hits that groove, it's Katie bar the door.
That's that little off-speed stuff that we saw her get ahead of the last couple of batters on, and does it again with strike one. Kind of has that drop to it, but it's slow and just drops due to running out of speed. Then she'll come back with that fastball also. Rocks and fires this one. There is that good fastball, but just misses away, ball and a strike. Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike should be the count. That one misses as well. Yeah, they've got just 1 ball, 2 strikes is what they have up there. Chuck, is that what you had?
Yeah, that's what I've got. Because I thought I heard him call it a strike.
That's what we're going with. A changeup just slows down and floats over the plate, but goes up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This behind the plate umpire is a little different than what we saw, and of course these girls didn't see that one as far as their pitching, so they've.
Lambert rocks and fires, and that one smashed into the fence there right beside the on-deck hitter, which is Emma Freydew, and got on her so quick she didn't even see it.
Yeah, it rattled the fence before she had a chance to jump and shake and shudder.
Yeah, that was dangerously close to being right on Freydew. Infield in, looking to cut the run off at home. They're even with the bag all the way around. First and third, corners are in, and there's that big strikeout that you're looking for if you're Lambert. And now everyone will get back to normal depth with 2 outs. Chance for Lambert to wriggle out of this one. This would be a big piece of pitching Freydew stands in there. She reached on the strikeout and the drop third strike, and then was erased on the fielder's choice by Crayon. And when ground foul, 0-1. Boy, it's starting to get chilly. The wind's not blowing like it was in that first game, but it certainly has cooled off here as day turns to night in Tioga. Grant Cougars starting to make their way in as they'll come back and play the nightcap.
17 teams here from all over.
Lambert set to bring the 0-1. Misses that one. Runner not going anywhere. And very wisely.
Yep, shallow backstop.
And you're still not going to get the third out at home. You never do that. If it's not a blatant case of I'm gonna get there, you don't go.
No.
That one drops down low. And now 2 balls and a strike to Freydew. Time is called as Roland will attend to her left shoe, get it tied back up, and we'll be ready to go. Time back in. Glad to be out here bringing you Tioga Lady Indians softball on this chilly night in March. Right down the pipe. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Freydew 1 pitch away from getting out of a bases-loaded jam here in the top of the second. Toes the rubber in the circle, rocks back and delivers this one. Swung and fouled off of the instep of the young lady that's up there, Freydew. And, man, that'll get you.
That'll leave a mark.
Yeah, you see that a lot of times, Chuck, is that stride is made and the ball is hit down and it comes down on the instep of your front foot, and that's none too fun on a warm day.
No.
But get a day when it's kind of chilly out here and the bones are feeling it just a bit, and then it adds a little to it.
And it's that bones are just right in that ankle above that instep where you can actually chip one of those bones real quick,
Indeed. We'll do the 2-2 once again. 2s are wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs for the Lady Indians here in the second. We'll just keep that 0 in the right column. Change up misses inside, and it doesn't look like that Lambert had a good grip on that one.
No, I agree with that. Chance to do the 2-2 step there.
Full count now. Runners will be going on contact. Or as soon as that ball crosses the plate, that one is fouled back. Getting a little bit of a head start for the runners here as the bases are loaded and 2 outs. That will give Arledge an opportunity to be off and running. Anything hit to the outfield, there's a good chance she'll come around to score. Full count on the board here for that one comes.
It's
ball 4 is what that was, as the runner comes down to first base. Kind of a little confused with that one, but that is an RBI base on balls for Freydew. Miller will come around to score. Arledge goes to third, and Bruyette to second base. And those errors that were committed by the Lady Indians have cost them a run here. If, Chuck, it only gives up the 1 run, you've had 3 errors and a walk, you'll take that.
Yeah, and you talked about it just the prior pitch where that ball was left up high, how it looked like it slipped out of her hand, and here we go. I mean, that one obviously slipped out of her hand. It looked like me bowling.
Crayon stands in there now and looking for an opportunity to get herself off of the hook. She's on the hook for the loss right now. That one did foul over into the on-deck circle. Well, Zoe grabs that one, as she does so aptly at shortstop for this Lady Tiger team. 0-1 the count. 2-1. Lady Indians have the lead in this one. And Coach over talking to
okay.
Crayon. They get her a new bat. You can see inside that press box up there now a little bit, Chuck, that the light's on. Up there in the warmth with the jambalaya and such.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Coach Woodard's dad is up there. He's usually perched up on there.
That one ground over to third, but foul. And an 0-2 count on Crayon. She reached via the fielder's choice a little bit earlier, and then was the one that was picked off of the base back in the first, if you remember that.
Yeah. That's right.
Lambert likes to throw that changeup up high in an 0-2 situation.
Woo.
And look, Crayon was walking back to the dugout, I believe, there, and didn't hear the strike call, but it's ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to take your breath on that one. Looked like a pretty pitch from here, but
went away from the higher one, worked it down low and just outside. I think there's that high pitch, but it's popped out of play back on top of the press box and rolling around on the dugout on the third base side of field number 4.
4 is over there, yep. 1 and 2 are over here to our right. If you're behind the plate looking, would be towards your left.
Which we're not.
Which we are not.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, top of the second, 2-1. Lady Indians have the lead in this one. You see that all on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Back to Lambert. She goes over to first in time for the out. 1 run comes across the score on, let me count these hits, no hits. They leave the bases loaded, does Montgomery. 2-1 after 2, or correction, 2-1 after 1.5. Due up for the Lady Indians, Megan Brown, Troquill, and Roberts when we come back.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes.
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks, and then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
And we're back here, bottom of the second. Due up for the Lady Indians, actually Kaylee Cootie, the right fielder. We missed her when we gave the recap at the end of the top of the second. Kaylee Cootie stands in there ready to go to work. Lady Indians with a 2-1 lead here. Bottom 2, just getting started in this one, scheduled for 7. Game 1 was a good one. Already more runs in this one. That one's out to center field and going to get past Gong and will bang off of the wall. And heading around to third is Cootie, hustling down in there for a triple. Good piece of hitting by Kaylee Cootie. And back in center field now is Crayon, is who was out there, not Gong. It's, That is Briley Crayon that lets that one get past her to the fence. And Megan Brown now will stand in there, but a good piece of hitting by Kaylee Cootie.
I guess I need to trash talk them more often, Doug, because I was talking
You were
about
giving them the business,
I was giving her a little business earlier, and here she comes out and performs. Awesome. I'm sure I'll hear about that Monday morning.
Take my approach to it and just give them grief, and they respond to it.
That they do.
Batting from the left side is Brown, the catcher, and she very impressive behind the dish, controlling Lambert in that pitching sequence and then hustling down on a ball that is that is going to first. Officially scored that a triple because it never was touched, so the ball gets to the fence. Off speed, misses up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Brown. And the Montgomery pitchers leaving the ball up a little bit. That was a clean base hit. Perhaps a little bit of optimistic scoring giving the triple, but it was never touched. That one ground right up the middle, and that's another base hit. Crayon's got it in center, but not before Cootie comes around to score the game's 3rd run for the Indians and give Brown an RBI. And Chuck just very impressed with the way that she handles herself behind the plate.
Yeah.
And now that she is up at the plate, hitting there and gets that RBI single.
Yeah, she's been an impressive one, I'm telling you.
She'll come out in favor of the courtesy runner as she is the catcher, and we're trying to get a number on that young lady, Chuck, but nobody down, 3-1. And focusing in on that, but that is going to bring Abby Troquill back to the plate. She was hit by a pitch, has stolen base and scored a run, and she bangs that one off of the inside of her leg there also.
It's number 6, I believe it is, that's running.
Number 6 is Lauren Taylor.
That would be it. Oh, no, didn't she bat her?
Can't be, yeah, Taylor's in the game.
Well, what about 8 then?
Melissa Bird.
That's a possibility.
She's going to work your way through them is what you're telling me.
Kind of like the kids do me with the questions on the test.
Right?
A, no. B,
that
no.
one smoked, but third base has it over to first in time. Yeah, that is number 8, Melissa Bird, that is into courtesy run. So you're going to get Brown down to second base. Good piece of hitting by Troquill, hitting in an opportunity to get the runner across. Troquill's there for out number 1, and Caitlin Roberts will stand in there. Roberts ground out back in the first to get out, was pushing Troquill around to second, so somewhat of a sacrifice, but not really a sacrifice. Up high to Roberts. She is the Lady Indians left fielder. Roberts and Gong locked up in a battle here. That one misses up and inside, and 2 balls, no strikes. Lady Indians get 2 in the first, 1 now in the second. As we bat here with 1 out, bottom 2. Up in the attic with that one, and that is ball 3 to Roberts. Certainly got to believe the 2-hole hitting Caitlin Roberts has the take sign on. And does. The obligatory 3-0 strike is in there. In scoring position is Brown, and we know that she gets down the bases and around the bases quickly. That one up high. Ball 4, and that'll put runners at first and second. Zoe Rowland stands in, had a base hit and an RBI back in the first, and flat smoked the ball between first and second. Second baseman didn't have an opportunity to move at all. Don't know what she does in the power side of it, but she looks to me like she just hammers that ball on the ground and runs. That one loops over the head, going to tie up the runner at first base. Boy, had a shot at it there, but that was just one of those where you're playing in, and Zoe hits it right over the first baseman's head, and that's going to be back-to-back base hits in consecutive innings for Zoe Rowland, and she loads them up. Roberts will go to second base, Megan Brown to third for the hard-hitting Christina Lambert, and she could make this one ugly in a hurry if she gets a hold to one. Runners at first, second, and third. Bases loaded here, bottom second. Misses down low, and a walk is an RBI as well.
Doug, you might want to get your glove out, is all I'm going to say.
Well, now you told me you hadn't been hit yet here.
I haven't.
Okay, but you didn't say anything about me.
Yes, you've been hit. I know your car's been hit.
Yes.
And where you are parked, it is not out of zone, by the way. I just want you to know.
That one lifted way back, and the granny is there, way back and gone. Grand slam home run. Christina Lambert right over where we're at.
Did I not just say you might want to get your glove out?
Look, it's right there, Chuck. I'm going to go get it for him, too.
Okay. Go ahead and do that. And I'm going to actually I'm going to film you after she makes it across the plate. There it is. They do the boom across the plate as she comes back. And so we'll go over here and we'll see where it's at there. Get old Doug there. There he is on there picking up that granny for Christina Lambert. And he's trying to talk, and he's not even on the microphone. So we might watch him try to get in the back of the truck. This is always an adventure. There he is. Let me know when you get set back up, and I'll get you back on air. Hang on.
There we go.
There you go.
He'll get me back. Grand slam home run, Christina Lambert. And Chuck, yeah, I mean, she just right there. Beautiful shot at it right over us. And that makes things 7-1.
Yep.
Give her 4 RBI, and I get to color the rest of those in. 7-1 in this one, a ball and a strike and one down to Conley Hanley.
Bottom of the second.
Not at all what we were anticipating here.
No.
These Lady Indians have come out hitting the softball.
You know, like you said, Montgomery's second in their division, and with Tioga being third in theirs, they're following their trail behind St. Thomas More and was it John Curtis? Yep,
Yeah, what
John
a
Curtis.
division that is.
Yeah, that's a monster
Montgomery
division.
trailing only Logansport. But this Tioga team has really come out and swung the bats tonight.
And Logansport has seen their way to those championship games often as well.
This is Conley Hanley, we said. She is a center fielder for the Indians.
Yep.
Wow, 7 runs here with just 1 out in the second. And that's another one that smashed out to right field or
Nice
left field, but
done.
it's covered up. And that one
Right
is,
field, yep.
again, sidetracked here where we are behind things. But that is the second out.
Track that ball well to put the glove on it.
I just want to know how well the camera did on that home run.
It'd be interesting to go back and watch that one, in which you can do.
Yeah, we'll have that highlight up tonight of that big grand slam.
I know at one point in time I didn't try to track the ball anymore when I turned it on to the outfielders to watch them just turn and walk away from it.
See, if we were able to switch that camera, that one is ground over to third base. Glove there, over in time to first, and that will retire the side, but not before the Lady Indians strike for 5 big runs in there. 4 of those on the grand slam from Christina Lambert. After 2 complete, Lady Indians on top in this one, 7-1. Due up for Montgomery, Fitz, Myers, and Gong when we come back.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, It's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And we are back getting ready to
top of the third.
Yeah, we go 7-1. Lambert back in the circle following that big home run that she hit, the big fly. And Chuck, that well, the camera was on me. I went back and looked at it again, and that's not a that camera makes me look big. I don't. I think they say that the camera does add that to you.
It's the hoodie.
Right, it's the hoodie. Yes, that one in there, first pitch. Right now, what you want to do when you come out of this inning is after that big 5-run second, got to come out and shut them down and get the bats back going. You don't want to let them back in it. There's a good play at third over in time to first.
Overshot it on my camera work on that one. Don't give me any more attaboys.
Right. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Mackenzie Myers comes up to bat. She represents the cleanup hitter.
I'm going to try an instant replay here in a minute, Doug, as soon as I have one.
Where was it at on that one? Oh, and a diving stab by Rowland on her knees over to first in time for the out, getting a lot of love from that infield. Zoe Rowland going big time.
Let's see what happens. No, it's not there. Oh,
okay, well, it's a good screen, though. It's a countdown. Now, if we can get back to the regular screen, we'd be even happier than that.
There. Oh, I got to go there.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, yeah, and you see on the cameras, we scrubbed it back there just a bit. I was talking, adding some commentary there, and didn't have a headset on at that point.
No, yeah, it was awesome.
So imagine that. It was not awesome.
Music to my ears.
2 down, bottom of the second. Couple of big-time fancy defensive plays that went over at third to be quickly. And I'm telling you, any play that is made from third over is a big play because that ball gets so fast. The young ladies getting down the line so fast. This is Taylor Gong. She's a center fielder. Over to Rowland. Money at second base is Zoe Rowland. And she has this ladies Indians defense rolling into the bottom of the third. We'll be back. Due up for Tioga, Taylor, Cootie, and Brown when we come back.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
It's hot now.
And we are back bottom of the third. Due up Lauren Taylor, Kaylee Cootie, and Megan Brown for the Lady Indians in the bottom of the third. And a big 5-run inning in the second, and then turn around and shut out Montgomery 1-2-3 on a couple of fine defensive plays by Rowland and Middleton in that one. And going back and looking at it, Chuck, and I watched a little of the replay. I'm very, very proud of the work that you've got into and the way that you've got the camera looking. It really a good picture on there.
Well, thank you. And it makes it fun when it's a lot of fun, or it makes it easier when it's a lot of fun, and you definitely bring that out.
getting ready for the Lady Indians in the morning at 11 a.m. they'll play, Chuck. Is that right? Northwood out of Shreveport?
Northwood, Shreveport, the Lady Falcons.
And you'll be on the call of that one by yourself?
I will do my best. I will have the stream going, and I will probably be calling everything by number and a few names that I might know.
That one smashed over near that opening of the dugout, and a good shovel over to the third baseman by the Tioga coach, and we've got a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
I have found out this, that is, if it is just me here, people much rather watch than listen.
Oh, Chuck, can't beat fun at the old ball game, can you, buddy?
You got to know your limits.
Boy, my man Rich went down to call Peabody. He and Tony Brown went down to call Peabody. They lose a heartbreaker in boys basketball in the semifinal game yesterday, 44-42, and it led most of the way. He had a chance with free throws at the end of it and missed it.
Goodness gracious.
We're seeking their 10th one. That one lifted high from Taylor, and it is caught there at second base. Good job to get over there from second base for Montgomery. Chloe Miller playing second base. And 1 out. Taylor now is 0 for 2. And Kaylee Kuti will stand up. She reached on a triple. She's the one that hit the ball that started things off, put it right out here in the gap right in front of us. And this time tries to lay one down, but it goes off near the backstop. And we'll redo this, 0-1. Yeah, it's not often when you can do a broadcast and go track down a grand slam. I thought I almost had it where I was, but it was just out of reach from here. And look, you and I both had her pegged for that one. And she was aiming. If I'd have parked a little closer where you told me you'd save me a spot, that'd have been in the windshield, you know.
Well, you know, you never know what is talked about on the reservation, right?
Look, you said I saved you a spot right here, and it'd have been in my windshield. Way to go, Chuck.
Well,
that's why rule number 862, why I don't listen to Chuck.
And mute me whenever you can.
And mute me if you can. 0-2, 1 down here. Just misses up and away to Kuti.
Pitch, though, yeah.
1 ball now and 2 strikes, trying perhaps to get Kaylee to chase that one out or half. Didn't do it.
Not biting on that little fish, she said.
That delivery fouled back, and we'll replay the 2-2.
Oh, 1-2.
Well, there you have it. Taylor Gong has went since 2/3 of the first inning has been in there, so she's been there about 2 innings now. Inning and 2/3, if you will. Swung on through that one. Ball is dropped down to first base. It goes. So Kuti down on strikes, officially 2-3 on the drop third strike. And there are 2 down with Megan Brown. She had a single following that triple back in that 5-run second that scored Kuti at an RBI of her own, came around to score on the grand slam.
You know, if she hits one out, I will definitely say downtown with Megan Brown, right?
Yeah, you probably will. That one just sits on the line fair, and Megan hustling down there. I'm telling you, into second, trying to catch Montgomery napping instead. She'll go take a moment to get the gear back on here. So give her a base hit on there. That's her second hit of the night, and then she's going to be out heading from first to second for the 3rd out of it. So that will do it. No runs across, just the 1 base hit. Nobody left on after 3 complete. Tioga 7, Montgomery 1, top of the 4th when we come back.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Christina Lambert back in the circle for the Lady Indians. She is hitting and pitching this squad tonight. They have the 7-1 lead over Montgomery. 6, 7, 8, 9 due up for Montgomery here. Chloe Miller set to lead things off. She reached on one of those 3 errors in a row and scored the lone Montgomery run back in the second. We play top of the 4th here.
Yeah, we can hear a lot of cheering coming over from that field 1 or 2 where they have those adjacent
That one
teams.
ground into Rowland, who's been money from second, and she continues that. Well, that's you build around second base and Zoe Rowland. She has just been phenomenal, has scored 2 runs on the day, has 2 base hits, 2 runs, a number of putouts, and great work by Zoe Rowland.
Indeed it is.
Emily Arledge stands in there ready to go. She is the right fielder, reached on an error her last at bat. You know, that type of an inning will drive Coach Woodard crazy, but when you come back up and put up 5 runs and then you come out and play like that, you know, you can get through that. Yeah. It was just one of those oops innings where stuff just seemed to happen. You talk about hitting being contagious, the drops get contagious as well.
Yeah, those errors and errors and errors.
Oh, that changeup is just so nasty.
That's what she was trying to throw earlier, and it just is finally starting to come around.
Look, I'm telling you, that it's if she's able to throw that fastball with that changeup, she's going to be very difficult to hit. And, in fact, she has been on this chilly night in March. That's that fastball outer half that nasty, but misses just on the outside. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, top of the 4th. This is Emily Arledge, the right fielder for Montgomery, that stands in there.
As a batter, you're wondering, should I have swung at that one and wait for the no call?
That one definitely down low and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. District play starts next week for the boys.
Yeah, wow.
Scott Mills will join Chuck Perkins on Tuesday night, as it is city council night in the city of Pineville.
Yay.
Swung on and missed and down on strikes. They'll throw to first, not needing it. The out was already made, but just throwing it around that direction to make certain.
They didn't think it was a bobble.
And just the 3rd strikeout of the night, but Christina Lambert has been solid throwing ground balls, and Ella Bruyette stands in there ready to go. She reached on that 3rd error in a row by the Lady Indians back in the 2nd inning before they righted the ship. That one in there, lower half of the strike zone for strike 1 to Bruyette. Nothing in 1, 2 down, 7-1. You see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Of course, a big shout out to Valex Federal Credit Union. They sponsor everything we do. The title sponsor, everything is brought to you by 446 Sports and Valex Federal Credit Union. Looking for a credit union that does things on your terms? Check them out at valexfcu.org.
Great to have them part of us, and you see the other sponsors rotating up there in the top right.
Out to Troquill at shortstop. She's got it for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing doing for The Lady Tigers in the top of the fourth will go to the bottom of the fourth, and due up will be the top of the order, Troquil, Roberts, and Rowland when we come back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Bottom of the fourth here from Ward 10, Chloe Miller on to pitch for Montgomery. Chloe Miller in relief of Gong, who was in relief of Crayon, who lasted just 2/3. So Taylor Gong is now done. She gave up the 5 runs in the second and closed the book on her tonight, and that will start Chloe Miller. A couple of changes you see. Looks like Gong goes to second base. That's where Miller was, or Crayon goes to second base. Gong comes back to center field where she was. She's the everyday center fielder for this Montgomery Tigers team. Good to be back out here at Ward 10 after all these years. Actually came out and did some Sweeties coach pitch World Series action for a team out of Tennessee, the Tennessee State team. We did some action for them. Back, goodness, never thought that I'd be calling for the Tennessee team, much less the 6-year-old Sweeties division, but there I was killing it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ripped down the line, and that's going to stay fair and get to the wall. Coming around second, now heading to third is Troquil, hustling in for a triple. And good piece of hitting, but even more impressed by the effort around the bases of Abby Troquil.
Excellent runner. When she gets a hold to one, she'll smash it. I'll tell you what.
Caitlin Roberts now will come in there. That is the second time that Troquil has reached base. She was hit by a pitch to start things off, stole second, and scored the game's first run. And now Caitlin Roberts stands in there. Lady Indians looking to add some more runs here. Trying to get to one of those magic numbers. That one fouled back. And Montgomery bringing in everything, and you want to just keep this as close as you can, give your bats an opportunity, but Christina Lambert has been throwing bullets tonight. Miller rocks back and fires, delivers this one, and it is ground. Hits that turf and curves around a little bit. Out is made, but the run comes across to score, and that was Troquil giving RBI to Caitlin Roberts, and she's the inning's first out. Zoe Rowland, who is 2 for 2 now, stands in there. Had that hard smash between first and second. Second inning, she just popped one over the head of the first baseman, and I think you put the shift on her. She showed both times she likes to go to that right side of the field.
Yeah, she likes to push that ball across there and hard. Not no bloop. Well, that last one was a little blooper over, but she can smash it.
That one off speed and in there for the strike, a ball and a strike to Rowland. I'm telling you, I've been impressed with Rowland's defense, the work of Brown behind the plate over at third base. Middleton has done a great job. That smashed out here where we're at, Chuck. Got a chance. Left fielder in and out of the hands of the right fielder. And that's going to get Rowland into second base. She will reach on an error. Error is going to be assigned to the right fielder there. And Rowland now in at second base. And Lambert, pains me to feed this to you, Chuck, but Grand Slambert.
Oh.
How about that?
Wow. See.
How about that, Christina? Grand Slambert.
It comes off so much better from you because you came up with it and you'll accept it.
That's right. I would have taken that one from you, Chuck. That was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can use that when you go back to the hallowed halls of Tioga on Monday. I say, now, who was it that said that? Chuck, you tell him you did it.
No, I'm going to give ownership because I'll probably get an eye roll if I said even at school I
even
get
at
grief.
School you get grief.
Yes.
Well played, Indian
Yes,
faculty and
yes.
students. Oh, that one right down the pipe. Lambert had an opportunity to let loose on that one. Ball and the strike, 8-1. Tioga leads this one. Did you say I said grand slam? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
I have to, yeah. That one lifted high and not going to get near the distance over in foul territory. Lambert just missed that one. She's going to foul out to the first baseman, and she is the second out of the inning. And Conley Hanley comes to the plate. She walked once and was retired back in the second, so 0-1 on the day.
Now, I will have to say the other day when Menard and Tioga played, Tom, bless his heart, got Zoe Rowland and Christina Lambert mixed up all night long.
Look, and don't think that the Tioga faithful weren't letting him know a little bit about it on that one too.
But to his defense, somebody had wrote in pencil in the book that he had gotten and had those numbers crossed up. So, I mean, there you go. And he doesn't know the students like I do, you know, the stark characteristics difference of each student. So
2 down, 0-2 the count. That one is misses up high. Rolling there at second base. She reached via the error. And 1 run is in, 8-1. Lady Indians lead this one in the fourth. Back-to-back pitches out of the strike zone. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bottom of the fourth. You see all of that on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the left-hand corner. Here's a delivery from Miller right here where we're at. That's going to be a base hit. Rowland, you got to believe, is going to come around to score, and she will.
Yep.
Yeah, without a throw. The throw would have brought Hanley over to second, but it didn't. A good job by Gong to keep her at first, but give that RBI to Hanley, her first hit and first RBI of the night. 2 runs now across, make it 9-1 as Bailey Middleton stands in there ready to go. She had a double way back in the first inning.
Yeah, she did, and a fine bit of hitting by her as well. I've seen her put down some good base hits.
Middleton plays third base for the Lady Indians and has been so solid over there defensively tonight. That one lifted foul and backing out of play. Next game scheduled to start out here at 8 o'clock, so make sure you come out for that one. It's Buckeye and Grant. We won't be streaming that one, but we'll be back on the air a few minutes before 11 tomorrow. And hustling down the line. Going to be a play at second base. Safe sliding under there as the ball taps around, and the coaching staff from Montgomery not happy with that one. And I got to say it was a bang-bang play at second, but credit Conley Hanley with the stolen base. Hanley, the center fielder, runs well, as you might expect, playing center field here. A lot of room to cover in this one.
Yeah.
9-1.
I'm not so sure she hasn't dug up this spot in center field.
I got to believe that's hers. That one misses down low, a little off speed, and Hanley's going to be dead to rights on this one. Yeah, that ball bounced around, but right in front of the Tiger catcher, and that'll be a caught steal. And when we come back, so that's the third out, Middleton will return with a fresh count in the bottom of the fifth. After 4 complete, Lady Indians lead this one big, 9-1. We'll be back right after this.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Because everyone needs a little playing time.
Heading to the top of the fifth we go. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, 9-1. Lady Indians lead this one in the top of the fifth. Montgomery set to hit here. Lady Indians put up 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 more in the fourth, and they lead at 9-1. Grant Slambert doing good work in the circle as well. Throws that one in there.
You're going to wear me out on that one.
Of course I am.
It's great, but it's, yeah.
Look, you're going to carry that back with you. Is she in one of your classes?
No, she's not, but I see her in the hall a good bit.
All right, there you have it.
Yeah, between classes when I'm going where I need to go.
That one changed her mind on that one and ended up swinging, did Pender. And that's quickly an 0-2 count.
Give Pender credit because you can see her have to pick her head up to follow that one and find that bat to make contact with it. So she did well with at least making contact with it.
That changeup is a difficult pitch to hit by Lambert. That one misses down low.
That would have been a difficult one to hit as well.
Tried to get a little extra on that fastball and just let go of it too low or too early. Tried to really change position on it, did she? She's thrown the last couple high. Wanted to work the knees on this one and just let go of it too early. Swung on and missed as one right down the pipe. First out of the inning and 4th strikeout. 4th strikeout by Lambert here. That'll get us back to the top of the order, and Emma Fradu was one of those strikeout victims and walked on the day. So 0 for 1 on the evening for Fradu. Montgomery, the number 2 ranked team in Division 4 non-select. Lady Indians ranked number 3 in Division 1 select. Select and non-select is a difficult pill to swallow, but it has made things in basketball at least more competitive, and it made for some pretty competitive state championships in football. That Division 1 select group was a pretty solid group. That one ground over to first base. Who do you think is there to get it? Roland. Gloves that.
And Roberts recovered to get back to the bag.
Frayed you out there, and that will bring up Crayon, and I'm telling you, just play after play after play. Ranges to her left or her right, either way. And the Lady Indians are indeed in a rhythm tonight. They can hold it here. Opportunity to come up, pick up a couple of runs in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a delivery. That one swung through, and strike one to Crayon. Crayon started things on the mound. She's on the hook for the loss if Montgomery unable to come back in this one.
Doug, I can only imagine several of these teams that are out here this weekend, much like Tioga and Buckeye we talked about earlier, had playoff players on basketball while the beginning of the softball season started. So you may see a good bit of a change in their season as it progresses.
Indeed, you make a good point there, Chuck. Girls basketball, though, over now,
Yes.
so most of those getting settled. But you're right, in baseball, it is that way. That one ground out to shortstop. Troquill's got it over to first in time, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for Montgomery in the top of the 5th. Lady Indians a couple of runs away from ending this one here, bottom 5. When we come back, Middleton will stand in there. She was out when Hanley was caught stealing going to third. So do up Middleton, Taylor, and Cootie when we come back.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes!
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks, and then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
Bottom of the 5th we go. Bailey Middleton, Lauren Taylor, and Kaylee Cootie do up for the Lady Indians. 9-1 they lead it here. It has been a solid night in the circle for the Indians. Christina Lambert, she had the grand slam as well. The defense at third by Middleton. The defense at second by Rowland. The hustle behind the dish by Megan Brown. And Troquill at short. Just very impressed with the work that this Lady Indians defense has done, in addition to the way that they swing the bat. Here we go, bottom of the 5th. Nobody down. Leading things off is Middleton. She's seen a few pitches there, and she lifts this one out to left field. Going to be caught there. Looked like it bobbled just a bit, but brought that one in. And the first out of the inning is recorded. Lauren Taylor, the Lady Indian first baseman, stands in ready to go to work.
We're going to have to try the instant replay one more time. I made an adjustment. Hopefully this will take care of that.
A little in-game fiddling by Chuck, and we'll see if he's able to get that to go. Rocking back and firing his Miller. That one's lifted out here to me, Chuck. I've got a shot at it. Bangs off of the wall and hustling into second. There's going to be a play. Nope, throw is offline and to right. And hustling in is Lauren Taylor with the double, her first hit of the night. She's 1 for 3. Kaylee Cootie will stand in there, the right fielder, and impressed with the way she swung the bat. She had that triple out here that started that big inning. So she's hit now in 3 consecutive innings. You don't often get that out of 8, 9 hitters, but yeah, has hit 3 straight innings. That one just lifted over to first base, harmlessly out into the glove at first base of Bruyette. And out number 2, Megan Brown. Megan will stand in there. She has a base hit on the night. Actually, she is 2 for 2 on the evening. Hits from the left side. Indian catcher takes that one up high. Ball 1.
And this is Montgomery's on their 3rd pitcher, is that correct?
Yes, this is Chloe Miller, who was on in relief of Gong, who took over after 2/3 of an inning from Crayon. That one twisted, fouling over that third base dugout. Will bounce around out into that parking lot.
Sound like it hit a car.
Well, I got news for you. If you park close over there, you're going to get hit.
That's why there's always good parking when you come late to the game.
That should tell you something.
Yes, it should.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Brown lets that one go low.
It's like, why is there always front row seats in the church when you go, right?
Right.
Travel ball.
9-1. Lady Indians lead this one in the bottom of the 5th. That one right down the pipe.
Yeah, looking at that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down.
She was walking up to that one like a crab, like a sand crab looking at it.
Brown grounds the 2-strike pitch over to first base, but foul, just goes outside of that coaching box area. Lady Indians looking poised to make another run at it, but things have toughened up a bit as they will jump up into Division I Select. And there's some big-time teams in there. Tioga, I think, swung on and missed there, and we'll get back to that story. In the top of the 6th, nothing across, just the 1 base hit. That was a double by Lauren Taylor, and the Lady Indians strand a runner. They'll have the top of the order when we come back. Due up for Montgomery in the top of the 6th is Fitz, Myers, and Gong when we come back.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And big thanks out to Wallace Eye Associates. Got my appointment coming up in a couple of weeks, Chuck. We'll have that back on there. We invite you. Take care of your eyes. If you don't have an eye doctor, check out Wallace Eye Associates. Go by and see them. They're right there on, well, whatever that road is that's behind Jackson Street, behind Shipley's Donuts
Metro?
and all of that on
No, not
Jackson
Metro.
Street. No. I'll go to Metro.
No, yeah.
9-1 top of the 6th. Ouch. It's too soon. Top of the 6th.
Yeah, let's get that fixed on the scoreboard.
Oh, there's that nice
change up.
Yeah, she goes off speed with that, and it just seems to drop in there. Starts out above the hands and finishes out down around the belt. And that's a difficult pitch to hit because you've got to stay back on it. Oftentimes you pop that up. And then she comes right back with the fastball that's there for strike 2 and down 0-2 now quickly as Fitz. 9-1, Lady Indians lead this one. Lambert set to deliver. And that changeup misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Myers and Gong due up next. Chuck, what do you got?
I was just say Tioga faithful would love to see Hold'em here, get out of this one, go in, score 2, and have a little break.
Right? Was the thought process before the 5th. That one misses outside, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Lady Indians will be back in action tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. You'll get first pitch to final out right here on 446 Sports. If you have not hopped over to our YouTube page, make sure you go over there and do that. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That one is smoked down the line and foul. We'll redo the 2-2 offering. We're going to have a giveaway when we get to our 1,000th subscriber, Chuck. We're about 300 away from that right now.
That would be awesome. What a milestone indeed. Something more than a towel.
A free internship to set up and breakdown of a 446 Sports broadcast. How about that?
Don't know how awesome that would be.
For who? For us.
For Doug.
That one smoked. Oh, and over the head out in left field. Going to bounce around there, and the throw is coming in. But a double for Zoe. And she goes out, and I mean, just a good piece of hitting. Second time that Zoe has been on. She reached via the error back in the first inning. And she'll be there for a double. Mackenzie Myers stands in ready to go. Myers, the cleanup hitter for this Montgomery Lady Tigers team. Rocks back and fires this one down low. And you told me sometimes, Chuck, who comes in and pitches some?
Caitlin Roberts over here on first.
Okay. Top of the sixth, we play that one ground foul back to the backstop where those banners hang up top.
Has different team accolades up there for the maybe the smaller, younger teams.
For a lot of the summer ball that's out here.
Yes, because they have a lot of the Wheatie and ponytails and whatnot that are use these facilities as well.
The Sweeties out here, the host team, won the World Series last year. We told you we talked about the coach pitch one, and it was that Sweeties team from Ward 10 that defeated the team from Tennessee in the championship. Tennessee team had to beat them twice, beat them game one, but it was all Ward 10 in that final championship clinching game. How you like that? If you can't get some Sweeties talk out here, what good are you?
I have to bring you a roll of candy tomorrow.
That one driven up to center field will score one run and an RBI single for Myers. And that brings Fitz all the way around from second base. 9-2, top of the sixth. Call time and take the walk out and talk to Lambert. And when you don't bring the rest of the team in, you just go out there and talk to your pitcher. Just got a couple of adjustments to make on there, and hey, maybe we're seeing something. You see that look?
Yeah.
That's a telltale sign of look at the score. Just throw to the batter and you'll be fine. We'll get the outs and you'll be okay.
Yeah. You know your defense out here's got you back.
Or no telling what it'll say after we add some music to it like we do. Nobody out in the top of the sixth. Not that music. No. Nobody in the top of the sixth.
Oh, you're talking about the YouTube.
I am. Never know what you're going to find on one of our YouTube shorts.
Oh, yes. Beautiful stuff.
I guarantee you the Grand Slam will be up there sometime tonight or tomorrow. That check swing is out to Roland. She's going to flip to second. Trokill over to first in time for the double play. And I don't know what Coach went out and told him, but he's a genius. He said, look, throw the ball here. Zoe will get it. Throw it to second and over in time for the double play. 4-6-3 if you're scoring at home.
I got to leave it right here for a moment because Coach is still not
He's
happy
beside
about that
himself, to say the least. So
you have to go back and watch that because the camera was on it the whole way. That was just a great transition.
That's a 4-6-3 double play is what this was. 4-6 on the first out, 4-6-3 on the second out, and that will bring Chloe Miller to the plate now. So whatever Coach told him, he said, look, throw this ball right here, and it'll ground it to Zoe. But that was turned as well as any double play that I've seen at any level of baseball at all.
Or softball.
Well, I know it's softball. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It was turned as smoothly as anywhere that you'll ever see. And was bang, bang at first. Glad that we had that look at it over there. Coach, none too excited about that, huh, Chuck?
No, it's like whenever I turned the camera over there to catch the out at first, he was his reaction. It was right in the back of the camera, so it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. I love getting a good camera shot every once in a while.
Well, we'll find us some music for it later on. Here's the delivery from Lambert. Misses that one upstairs. 3 balls and a strike.
I got a song I can share with you.
A saw?
A song?
Song. Right?
It sounds like a saw, I guess.
Chloe Miller, she stands in there. She is in the circle. That one misses. Top part of the strike zone, base on balls now from Miller. Started at second. She is the Montgomery pitcher of record currently. Emily Arledge stands in there. Emily reached on an error and an error and struck out. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Lambert rocks back and delivers this one. That's in there. Inside, strike 1. He calls it and then gives the motion for it.
Yes.
But at least he's loud with his strike. We can hear it all the way out here, so there's no question of what the call is.
Of course, with baseball, it is a little bit further away.
That is correct.
So by the time his call or to try to get out there to us, it might have got caught up in the weeds somewhere. Or the wickets.
Lambert rocks back, delivers this one. Ground ball over to first, not in time. And that one was just banged out in front of the plate. There was nothing at all anyone could do about it.
That one just died right there.
And that will get Chloe down to second base, Emily to first, infield single, Ella Bruyette. 0-2 on the day, reached on an error and ground out. One of the plays made by Zoe in this one. That's a beautiful strike that's in there. 0-1, 2 down, top of the 6th we play, 9-2, big lead for the Lady Indians and not showing signs of relinquishing it. A little bit of trouble this inning, but that double play certainly got Tioga out of it. Here's a delivery from Lambert. That slow off-speed stuff. I mean, it changes. Speed must be 10 to 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And what a difference that makes from that distance.
Got to force out at any infield bag now, except for home, obviously, but it's a nice way to be right now.
Lambert throws that one, misses down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Let those girls play some defense on the infield.
Yeah, they've shown that they've done that all night long. The defense has been one of the bright spots of this Lady Indians game tonight. Still work to do to get this one wrapped up. Outer half for the strike.
Two, 2-2. Yep.
Yep. 9-2. Lady Indians lead this one. That one might be better served to let it go foul. They touch it up in fair territory, and that was bouncing around when it hit. Had that spin on it, you only play on that's to let it go. But once she touched it up, now they'll switch and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, you can't sweep it out, because once you
not when
touch
it's
it,
fair. That's correct. So Miller goes to third, Arledge to second base, and Bruyette there, and Ainsley Pender, who has struck out a couple of times, stands in there ready to go to work. Lambert in need of another one of those strikeouts here. There's that off-speed stuff in there for strike 1. Has scattered 4 strikeouts on the evening. Any type of a ground ball should get you out of this one here.
She can get mad and get in a groove here.
That one misses low, nowhere to put. Pender does a couple of things for you. It walks a run in, but it gets you back to the top of the order. And still, although being held to just 2 runs, this is a dangerous hitting Montgomery lineup.
Very much so.
Swung through that one as Lambert kind of jammed her up and inside for the strike. Just couldn't get her hands extended on it, and that fastball was in there too quickly. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watch for that nasty little changeup here. And that's it for strike 3 looking.
Wow. I was about to say, I think she got a little mad after that mishandling that could have been foul ball, but go ahead, Duck.
Well, yeah, that was, look, that's the strikeout pitch, is that changeup that's up there. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th after 5.5. Lady Indians lead this one 9-2. Due up for Tioga, Troquil, Roberts, and Rowland when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we are back going to the bottom of the 6th.
Yes.
Lady Indians lead this one 9-2. Troquil, Roberts, and Rowland. They've accounted, Chuck, for 6 of the 9 runs on the night for the Lady Indians. The others coming from Lambert, Cootie, and Brown. Of course, 4 of those by way of Lambert back in the 2nd that really opened this thing up. That one in there to Troquil.
I'll tell you this much. I was at practice. I had to come by and pick up some things or drop off an iPad to Coach Woodard, and Troquil was batting practice, and she hit some out.
That's smoked again right out here by Troquil, and what a night she's having.
Yeah. She put one out over the right field wall. She put one out over the left field wall. I was like, my gosh.
Yeah, that is the second base hit of the night, 2 for 3 on the evening. She was hit by a pitch, so this is the 3rd time that Troquil has reached. She had a stolen base back in the 1st. So look for her to be off and going, trying desperately, if you're the Indians, to get 3 runs here. Fakes the bunt, and that one bangs off of the shin guard of the catcher, and right on cue, Troquil hustles down to second base and now is in scoring position for Roberts. Roberts stands in there and is 1 for 3 on the night, has scored a run. She was on base when Lambert hit that one. That off-speed one sits right in there, and quickly 0-2 to Roberts.
Yeah, because the design was for her to go ahead and run, and the batter was swinging anyway.
Yep.
Just to be in the way, if you will. Cause some confusion.
Miller delivers this one up and outside. Yeah, this one just a matter of, do you end it here in the 6th with 3 runs, or you go up in the top of the 7th? Either way, this one coming down takes a little something off of that and gets the strikeout of Roberts, and that will bring. Or was that just 2 strikes? Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oops.
Oh, they had it wrong up there as well, so I bought that one. Okay.
I think we were all off. Full count there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, the umpire. And the beauty of it is he's the only one that has to actually know.
Absolutely.
Our book is not official, not accurate, not neat. That one fouled back over near that other field, but hits that net that is there to protect the viewers of both of these games.
Nicely done with Ward 10 out here with all of that extra netting there to protect the heads of the patrons.
That one misses down low. What we thought was a strikeout is a base on balls. And Zoe Rowland now will stand in there. Zoe has scored 3 times tonight, has a couple of base hits and reached on an error. Ball that was in the glove of the right fielder back in the 4th, if you remember that one. Like umpire out there talking, and
Coach Woodard there making some changes.
We'll have to watch and see what he does. Can't really see.
Got a runner coming in for.
Runner's going to come in for. Is that for Roberts that she'll come in and run for? Maybe going to get Roberts loose. Have to see, Chuck, if you can find out.
Yep, I'm trying to see who we got there. I might wait for them to have a leadoff and make their way back.
Rowland, Lambert, and Hanley due up here. Delivers that one down low, nobody going anywhere.
4.
Good job of the catcher hopping out and blocking that one up. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's number 4 that
number
came in.
4 that came in there, and that is Madeline Glaze.
Maddie Glaze, that's the donut hole.
Maddie. 9-2. That one ground to shortstop, backhanded stab at it, but unable to get there. Going to score that a base hit, as you wouldn't have gotten Rowland at all on that one. That is the 3rd hit of the night. She's 3 for 4, and that loads the bases up now for Grand Slambert. Surely,
again.
Surely she couldn't do it again.
2 in a row, or two times in a game.
That would indeed walk things off if Christina can get a hold of one. She would be forever known as Grand Slammer if she can put one of these on the opposite side of the fence where we are here. Misses that one for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, bases loaded, nobody down. Bottom of the 6th for the Lady Indians. They're up big. That one taken for a strike on the outer half. Didn't want to go, and that's the kind of pitch, Chuck, that you just take and drive the other way. But at 1-0, if it's not in your wheelhouse, you're not hacking.
Yeah, if you're rocked back on your heels, not one you're going to go after.
That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. A walk still is an RBI, but you know that Lambert wants the big fly here.
Yeah.
Just a base hit will score a couple, too. That one misses out. 3-1, the count now to Lambert. Calls time. She steps back in there now, readies herself. Miller looks in, not wanting to challenge this big hitter. That one smacked to the backstop and fills the count up at 3-2. Nobody down for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th. Couple of runs away from run rolling this one. 9-2 is where we sit. Miller peers in, delivers. That one's up high, and that is an RBI base on balls for Lambert. Give her 5 RBI on the night now. And we are 10-2. Brings in now Conley Hanley. Was caught stealing back in the 4th. Has been on base twice tonight. And a courtesy runner goes out to first for Lambert.
Maybe Ashton Nick. Looking how, whenever they were in the field practicing earlier, her height and her hair the way it was, might be Ashton Nick.
Zoe Rowland at second represents what would be the game's winning run. That one in there for a strike to Hanley. Hanley, Middleton, and Taylor due up here with nobody down in the sixth. Already a run across, and the bases loaded with Indians. Misses down low. Evens accounted, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Number 20, yeah.
Number 20 is in, and that's Ashton Nick, as Chuck had mentioned earlier. Again, if you're in the area and want to come out and watch some softball, Buckeye and Grant set to do business here in a bit. Swung through that one. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got a question for you.
Let's have it.
So she swings at third when ball is dropped. She can't go to first, can she?
No, not with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. Only 2 outs which you have to run. She's automatically out. There is no drop third strike when the bases are loaded.
I didn't think so. Only if there's an open bag.
That one pushed down. Going to be a play at the plate, and it's made. Good piece of work over at first base to cut that run off at home by Ella Bruyette. Score that 3-1 on the put out of Roberts. She's out number 1. Zoe will go to third. Lambert's runner, Nick, goes to second. And on at first is Hanley with a fielder's choice. And Bailey Middleton, the Indians' third baseman, will stand in there.
Not sure what the umpire is talking about with the catcher there for a moment.
May have just been seeing how she was, because coming in, sliding in home was Roberts, and just making sure that she was okay, because it was one of those collision-type plays of running in, sliding into the leg. That one inside, strike 1. That inner half, that umpire has been consistent down there at that pitch that's inside, and the pitchers have earned it. Swung through that one and missed. 0-2 to Middleton. Miller sits back, fires this one up and inside. Nothing doing there. Haven't gotten that inside pitch up above the belt. It's been that low one between the knee and the belt where you've gotten that inside strike.
Yeah. Wasting no time on rocking that one out.
Goodness. It's a pretty looking pitch.
Yep.
Just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Bottom 6 we play.
Pitcher's trying to find that groove on that speed right now.
Found a good spot for it there, and that is strike number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, and that is out number 2. Correction, not back-to-back strikeouts, just there. Back-to-back good pitches, and Lauren Taylor will come up. That lifted high to third base. Shortstop's got it, and that will end the inning for the Indians, but not before they pick up a run. But run rule won't come into account tonight. 10-2, Lady Indians lead this one. We'll be back to see if they can close it out in the top of the 7th when we come back.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Close the book tonight on Christina Lambert. She is done after 6 innings. She gave up the 2 runs on there, 4 strikeouts on the night. She gives way, as Chuck alluded to Caitlin Roberts. Roberts comes in from left field tonight.
First base, huh?
No, left field
Left
is
field,
where
okay.
she's been tonight.
That's right.
Taylor is over at first.
That's it.
Caitlin Roberts, who is the left fielder, comes in there, number 2, to try to finish things out, but will have to do it through the top of this Montgomery lineup. Saw some good pop on that fastball from Roberts. And that's that fastball we talked about, and it's in there on Freydew for strike 1.
She's been an impressive come-in relief, close-them-out pitcher that I've watched in the games that I've seen.
Swung through that one. Strike 2. Yeah, she gets the ball back. Not one of those that just jumps up there and waits on the rubber and throws it back. Takes her time, gathers herself, stands in there, gets the call, and got to believe she's throwing the old number 1. And it is
that
right
was a
there.
Nice curveball.
Strike 3 looking. 5th strikeout of the night. Total first one for Roberts in relief.
The Franklin Parish game that they had Tuesday,
right?
She came in relief, I think, in the first inning. So not necessarily relief, but just they were hitting the ball on Christina, and so she came in, and big difference.
Just exploding the strike zone is Roberts. This is Briley Crayon that stands in there. She started in the circle for Montgomery, lasted just a couple of batters or a couple of outs. Smoked back up to center field. Hanley's going to have it, and she gets it back into rolling quickly. Good piece of hitting by Crayon, and she'll be at first for Zoe Fitz, who had that double and scored a run back in the 6th. Montgomery not wanting to go quietly on this night. One down in the 7th.
I just realized I kept hearing music, but what it is the Montgomery Tigers, they have their own walk-up music playing out of their dugout whenever their batters go up. Interesting.
Roberts throws that nice pitch in there.
1-1 is the count. 1 out, 1 on base, on first. All the ones. And it's not the first inning, though.
Lifted high and to center, to first base is where it's at. The center of the infield is what I meant. First base.
Christine Lambert there to scoop it up.
Yep, Lambert moved over to first base, and that's the second out of the inning on Zoe. And Mackenzie Myers represents the final opportunity. She ground into that double play, or she was a part of that double play after reaching base. She was the one that was gotten out at second base. Swung through that one, and look, I'm telling you, I am very impressed with the way that Caitlin Roberts has come on and thrown the softball.
Yeah, her size does not give off that impression that she's that impressive at that.
Well, she just gets her body going and elevates it so quickly. And look, when she explodes off that rubber, she ends up near the front of the circle.
Yeah.
So it's all legs and hips that's driving that. It's not that arm, really.
I think she is a freshman.
I mean, watch her how far she jumps out. Lifted to center field. Hanley coming up and getting that one. Fields it near the line. And so a good fastball is there. These Montgomery hitters are good hitters. They turn that around, and that'll bring Taylor Gong up. She hit into that double play. Has ground out a couple of times tonight. Both times Roland started it. She's wanting to hit it anywhere except to second base. Swung through that one. Look, the form on Caitlin, you can tell that she has gotten a lot of people out through the years. That one lifted high. Lambert giving it chase, and it'll bounce off of the metal roof on the first base stands, and that's 0-2. One strike away from putting this one in the books. 10-2 Lady Indians well in command of this one.
Watch for that ball to go and just kind of curve out to the left there. Curve away.
That one kind of drifted inside a little bit. And so that's the third real pitch that I've seen from her. One that tells inside to the batter, one that goes away in that pure fastball. 4, actually, you mix in that change of pace. That's that fastball that's just slapped over to the right side.
Staying alive.
Right behind each of the pitches, measuring Roberts up pretty good on it. And here's the 0-2 again. That one lifted out to left field. Hanley lets it drop in between. One run is coming around. The other run will come around, and that's a 2 RBI double for Gong, and not done with this yet. 10-4.
Yep, 10-4.
Chloe Miller, who is in the circle to pitch for this Montgomery team at the moment. The third pitcher used in this one tonight for Montgomery.
Got to have that defense out here. But they're just hitting it where it ain't at this
point. They're hitting that fastball pretty well.
Yep.
And that one is in there for strike 1. So she does a good job of getting to 2 strikes, but has given up a couple of 2-strike base hits tonight.
Seems like it's just, once they get those 2 strikes, it's just enough for them to kind of time her pitch.
Yeah,
so
and they're not really swinging through it. It's just making contact. That one there, strike 2. Quickly, 0-2. If she's got something that moves a little up in her arsenal perhaps and just throw it up above the hands, there's a good chance for the strikeout. Roxon fires this one. Swung through that one, strike 3, and that will do it. Roberts comes in and gets a couple of strikeouts, a couple of base hits in between, but that wraps things up. She throws a scoreless 7th inning. Lady Indians win it 10-4 here in their own tournament. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 11 a.m. Chuck, thoughts out of tonight's ball game?
Doug, I have thoroughly enjoyed you being on the call.
Well, thank you. It's been fun.
Not just the ball game, but I've always enjoyed working with you, and will continue to enjoy working with you. It sounds like I'm signing off.
Right, yeah, no kidding. Where are you going, buddy?
No, nowhere.
Am I getting fired?
No, hopefully not. I was hoping I didn't either.
Right, no kidding.
But, to be here in your old stomping grounds, but just to be here and to hear you call softball, it always just is so much fun. I love softball. The field's not quite as big. It's a little easier to operate camera-wise and get plays that happen. But it's a lot of fun. It's quick pace. It's bam, bam. And these girls get out there and they put so much into it. Not to say that the boys don't, but it's almost like the girls feel like they have to fight harder for some attention, and I'm glad we're able to do that through 446 Sports.
It's such a slower game baseball is. That's what I was joking. I said, look, we'd be in about the 4th inning of a Grace baseball game right now, or Menard baseball game, or any of those baseball games that we do. And we've got 2 games and some jambalaya in the books for tonight on here. Out here on Field 3, it is Grant and Buckeye coming up next. That's going to end our broadcast day. Chuck will be back out here tomorrow as I have prior commitments with the missus. And if there's going to continue to be a 446 Sports, I've got to honor those commitments to the beloved or else. So that'll wrap it up tonight. Lady Indians in big fashion. They win it 10-4. Christina Lambert gets the win, gets 5 RBI on the night, the grand slam in the second, made this thing 7-1 and really separated things. So that'll wrap it up here from Ward 10 Complex in Tioga. From my man Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.
And as we close out, you'll see all of our logos and our sponsors rolling around on the screen. Give them a look and see who's there that can help you. And if you'd like to join us, come on and join us.